I believe that anyone who is anyone would actually admit that something about this world that we have found ourselves in does not feel right. Yes, we don't know what's really wrong. I mean, yes, there are things that are happening that we do not like, but also something doesn't feel right even when these bad things are not happening. It feels like we're in a trap. You know, the more honest you are with yourself, the more you feel like that. Yes, if you are delusional, yes, if you love lying to yourself, it might not really feel like that. But if you are honest with yourself, that's really how it feels. And it feels like it's just one story repeating itself, you know? Nothing new. Like you are stuck on a loop, right? Like nothing new happens. Every situation ends the same. So sometimes it feels like, okay, what's happening is a little different, but it's the same. It's exactly like in the last Matrix movie when they recreated the first scene of the first Matrix movie, right? I thought that was brilliant because that's how life is. It's like the same things keep on happening, but, you know, it's like there's different characters that are playing the same roles in our lives, you know. There's different characters that are playing the same roles. Nothing really new happens, you know. I was happy when they were telling us about aliens. It's like, okay, at least something new, you know. Even though I could see that there's a lot that they don't want to tell us. I think maybe one of the reasons why a lot of people weren't even interested in what we're being told about aliens is that we kind of know how the story ends. Like they don't want to tell us what is actually going on. Like just tell us already, you know, if there are aliens that you're communicating with, tell us. Let us handle, let's just handle the information the way that we handle it. You know, allow people to be people. If we panic, it's fine. Like don't be overly controlling, you know, to a point where humans are not really free to express themselves in a way that is honest, in a way that is true to them. So if people are going to be afraid, it's fine. They will be afraid. If people are going to handle the information very well, that's also good, right? So I was actually excited. I was like, you know what, maybe they're gonna tell us something this time, you know, because I think everyone yearns for like something new. You don't want to feel like you're stuck on a loop. But that's how life feels for most people. It's like everyone is stuck on a loop. And I think that's what's really scary about life. You feel like you're stuck on a loop and you're like, okay, how the fuck do I escape? How do I escape? Because it's not like I know how to free myself. It feels like I'm stuck on a loop, but I don't know how to free myself. What if I'm going to be stuck forever? What if there is no way out? What if I'm supposed to learn how to love life? Why is it that the more conscious I become, the more I lose interest in what makes life meaningful for most people? Maybe I'm just tired. Maybe I've seen the same story over and over again, and I know how it ends, you know. So maybe something new happened. If I saw an alien on the Joe Rogan Experience, I mean, I would watch the interview, right? Everyone would watch the interview. We're tired of watching Elon Musk. We're tired of watching Donald Trump, you know. We're tired of watching Jordan Peterson. Like it sucks to have the same experiences over and over again. I remember yesterday I was having a deep conversation with this other girl about what we can do as humans to free ourselves, because there's got to be something that we're doing, right, to try to free ourselves. It's not like we just chill and be like, yeah, you know, let's just wait for death, you know, because we don't know what this is, so we shouldn't stress ourselves, you know. Like, no, there must be things that we must be trying to do, because we can see that we're stuck. We can sense that something is not right, so we can't just chill. So I was like, you know, if there's something that people are doing wrong, is actually following the script, right? Like, a lot of people are following the script. They do exactly what you expect them to do. They behave exactly how you expect them to behave. They say these things that you expect them to say. People don't do things that are new. Like, it's easy to predict how people are going to behave in a situation. Like, everyone is stuck in their own prison, following a script that was written by someone else. They're controlled by their fears. They can't think outside the box. They don't do things that are new. They're scared. It's like, this is who I am. This is who I am. I'm scared. You must understand that I'm scared. This is who I am. You know, I'm quiet. I don't express myself. You know, that's the type of person that I am. I don't express. It's like, okay, who wrote that script for you? Who say that you must not express yourself? And why does that feel right to you? What if in some situations it's best for you to express yourself, but you're busy following this script? Like, this is who I am. Because you you are indirectly allowing the matrix to control you. You are saying, this is who I am. This is what the matrix has created. So this is what I'm gonna be. And I'm proud because this is who I am. You know, I'm not gonna try to change myself, even if I need to, even if it's what is actually best. Maybe in this situation I must improvise. A lot of people who know me are actually surprised when they meet other people who know me. They describe me like, okay, Hlanhla is like this, he's like that. And those people be like, huh? Are you sure we're talking about the same person? It reminds me of this other girl. Like, my cousin knew this girl from my village. They were very close. So one day he asked her about me. And she was like, Hlanhla, you know, this very intelligent guy. And my cousin was like, what? Intelligent? My cousin? No. He started laughing like, no, are you sure we're talking about the same person here? And then she described me more, and he was like, huh? He also described her to me, and she was like, huh? Because I don't believe in being the same person to everyone, right? Because you're kind of like living in your own prison. Like, this is who I'm gonna be. Like, it depends on what a person brings out of me. Sometimes I'm quiet. Sometimes I talk a lot. Sometimes I'm very social. Sometimes I'm anti-social. Sometimes I'm fun to be around. Sometimes I'm boring. So it depends. But I believe that we shouldn't be playing the roles that the Matrix wants us to play. The Matrix puts us in these prisons, you know, and we're not supposed to get out of these prisons, you know. These prisons become our comfort zones. Oh yeah, this is who I am. I'm not gonna escape this, and you live like that. This reminds me of a video that someone sent me. So this cat, you know, those doors that are kind of like invisible. So this cat hit that door so many times that even when they've opened the door, it will not get out until someone gets out first. And the reason why it will not get out is because it's afraid of hitting its head against, like, okay, there must be this invisible door here. So it's like that with most of us. Like, we have created this, not even us, but they've created these invisible walls for us, and we have never tried enough to break these walls. And even when these walls are broken, we don't even realize that they're already broken. Like, this is my prison, this is how I am, you know, this is my home, this is my comfort zone. But what if you truly want to break out of the Matrix, you must do things differently? What if there are things that you're not doing that can help you? Because there's no way you're escaping by playing the role that the Matrix wants you to play. How do you escape the Matrix if you are doing exactly what is expected from you? How? The demons that are controlling this room will just look at you and be like, okay, look, don't even watch that guy. Like, there's no way he's freeing himself. He's too scared, he's too anxious. He's not gonna operate outside of the system. He's not gonna think original thoughts. He ain't figuring anything out, this one. He's stuck forever. What I've realized is that a lot of people are just not free, bruh. Like, they're living in fear for real. And I've always wondered, what are we really afraid of? Because if there's something that will make us afraid, is being stuck here forever. But what are you afraid of? You want to speak your mind, but you're afraid to speak your mind, as if that is something that you should be afraid of. Like, no, that's a prison that they've created for you. You know what the Matrix does, and it does this to everyone. If it sees your potential, if it sees how you can free yourself, it's gonna be like, okay, let's give this person experiences that are gonna make them feel afraid to do things that are going to free them. It's like, let me give you a simple example. Let's say you are a very spiritual person. You can see what happens in the future. Let's say that's possible. You are actually able to see what's going to happen in the future, because human beings, they do have different gifts that they don't even know they have. Like different, let me say abilities, not even say gift, but different abilities that they don't even know that they have, because they don't think that some things are possible. So let's just say it's possible for you to see to the future. You know what the matrix might do to you? Maybe it might, that when you're still young, maybe your parents might become very abusive. When you say that you are seeing some things, they make you feel like you're crazy. Like, oh, why do you believe in that? Don't you say that you're mentally ill? That's not supposed to be possible. And then you grow up feeling like you're crazy and being afraid to actually use your abilities, because when you were young, you were made to feel bad when you use your abilities. And it does that to everyone. If you're a philosopher, then it makes people judge you for like speaking your mind, and it gets to a point where you are so damn afraid to speak your mind, right? So now you live in this prison that the matrix has created for you, because it knows what you're capable of. So before you feel totally hopeless, ask yourself if you have done enough to be free, or you've been living in the matrix that the prison is created. You've been living in a prison that the matrix have created for you. Are you living in a prison that the matrix has created for you? And now you're so damn comfortable that you are actually justifying why you live in that prison. Or you are actually trying your best to step out of your comfort zone and do what you feel makes sense for you to do. When I say be yourself, and I think a lot of people like misconstrue what I'm saying when I say be yourself. I'm not saying be in your comfort zone. I'm saying be what you feel you are. Do you get what I'm saying? Become exactly what you are. When you're not afraid, when you're not anxious, when you don't feel like you'll be embarrassed and all that, be that. If you're just gonna be like, oh, this is who I am, I'm just shy, this is who I am, I don't express myself. I remember there's this meme that I saw the other day. So they show this person in a city, and then the caption says, me going to another city because I'm too afraid to tell the driver that to drop me off. As if they're proud of that. Like, no, that's fucking stupid. You should have conquered that shit a long time ago. Like, sometimes you need to be so angry at the matrix that you don't allow it to fuck with you anymore. Like, you're so fucking angry that you're like, you know what, yes, the matrix is making me so damn afraid, but what I want to do now is possible. So it's really up to me. I can decide to do what I want to do even though I'm afraid, right? I'm afraid, I'm shaking, but that doesn't mean that I can't do what I'm deciding to do. I'm just feeling fear because I live in a dumbass matrix and I'm traumatized because I've been through hell. But I can do what I want to do now. Like now. Like this very moment, I can actually do what I want to do. So really, I'm living in a prison that the matrix has created for me. If I decide that I'm not going to do what I want to do because I'm afraid, because I'm anxious, that's not you being yourself. That is you not being yourself. You understand? Like that's the opposite. So when I'm saying being yourself, when I say be yourself, no, I'm not talking about you being in your fucking comfort zone, because that's where the matrix puts you. It's a prison that the matrix created for you. You see? So you must conquer that. You must conquer your fears. The things that you're afraid of now, these are the things that you're also afraid of in your dreams. Have you realized that? And the things that you're not afraid of are the things that you're not afraid of in your dreams. Like, you're not going to have a dream fearing something that you're not afraid of in this realm, right? So what does that tell you? It tells you that if you found yourself in another realm, you will still be in the same prison that you are in. You'll still be afraid of the same things that you are afraid of. Like, this thing is spiritual. It's not like it's anxiety is in your body. Like, it's all spiritual. It has to do with how you think, how you have allowed the matrix to train. Maybe not even allowed, because when you're still young, it's not really up to you. But it has to do with what you're comfortable with. If you're too comfortable being anxious, then you're gonna be anxious even in the other rooms that you find yourself in, and that will be you being stuck, right? But if it gets to a point where you kind of like taking reality for a ride, I like what Rick said in one of the episodes, that you must take reality for a ride than to just, because we do things the same way every day. We do the same things every day. You know that you want to play the game differently. It's a matrix. It's a prison. So you gotta free yourself from it, right? Like, it's your job. If you were locked up in prison and you were going to be there for life, wouldn't it be good if you try to figure out how you can get out, other than becoming comfortable in that prison? Like, this is my home now, because that's exactly what we're doing. You're like, this is my home. No, it's a prison. It's not your home. If it was your home, you'd feel comfortable. So it's not your home. There's obviously something is wrong with this place. So it will be good that people keep on working on freeing themselves each and every day. Like, it needs to get to a point where you can feel it, that you're becoming more and more free, right? You can feel it that, oh yeah, I'm no longer comfortable with feeling the way that I feel. I'm no longer comfortable feeling anxious, being afraid, feeling helpless, feeling hopeless. Another thing that I've realized, and this is, a lot of people don't even realize this, if you become very comfortable in the prison that the matrix has created for you, you are actually like indirectly showing love to it, right? You are indirectly showing love to the matrix when you are too comfortable. Let me show you what I mean. Let's say there was a person who was trying to prank you. I remember when we were young, I was a very mischievous kid, like, when I was young. So me and my friends, we used to scare this other kid. Like, this kid, whenever we would scare him, he would cry. You just stand in front of him and be like, oh, and then he would cry, and we like that for some reason. That's why I'm telling you that human beings are evil, because I don't know why I like that, because that kid would be scared for real. So we'll do that. and he will cry. But that's kind of him indirectly showing love to us. It's like this is the relationship that we have with him. We scare him, he cries, and that makes us feel good. But as he was getting older, he stopped crying, and we stopped doing that. We stopped trying to scare him because he didn't cry anymore. So the Matrix works that way. It's trying to prank us. You know, look at it that way. The Matrix is actually trying to prank you each and every day by making fucked up things happen that you react to very negatively. And when it sees that you're reacting to these things, let's say some fucked up shit happens and you stress, you cry, you are also communicating to the Matrix that, oh, you love that indirectly, because what you love is what you give your attention to at the end of the day. Whether it's something that makes you feel afraid, there are people who, or something that makes you feel pain, there are people who actually enjoy feeling some pain. It's like if you were having sex with someone who likes, what is that called, that PBDCM, whatever, and you knew that they like it when you torture them. Then you torture them, they like that. They're responding well when you're doing that. So it's kind of like the same thing. So maybe you must be able to tell the Matrix no. Maybe that's how you free yourself. You must be able to say, you know what, this is BS. I ain't giving no attention to this nonsense. I'm gonna do exactly what I want to do and give my attention to exactly what I want to give my attention to, and let it be the way that it is. Maybe the real problem is that we are too comfortable in this matrix, and we're comfortable in our own suffering that we don't want to let go, and we don't really realize that you can let go. We kind of feel like something outside of us must free us. But what if we're the ones who should free ourselves? What if we're the ones who decide that, hey, now I'm not comfortable with this nonsense anymore. I'm not comfortable with my pain. I'm not comfortable with my suffering. I'm not comfortable with feeling limited. I'm not comfortable not speaking my mind. I'm not comfortable living in fear. And you really mean that, right? You don't just think, I'm not comfortable, blah, 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 and then, yeah, act like you are comfortable. Strive to be as real as possible. No matter how you think the world is going to respond, you really do have nothing to protect. I don't know how to tell you this, because this is so true, but I don't feel like it's easy to understand when I say you have nothing to protect. Like nothing. You just find yourself in this matrix. You don't gotta protect anything. You shouldn't be afraid of how people are gonna look at you. They can judge you if they want to judge you. You know, if you say some things, if you do some things, they're gonna look at you and say, like, chill. There's nothing to protect. Everything that's here except your consciousness belongs to the matrix, right? It's not something that you yourself designed. It actually belongs to the matrix. So you can't protect what belongs to the matrix. You can't hold on to something that belongs to the matrix. You see, you holding on and trying to protect what belongs to the matrix is what's keeping you stuck in the matrix in the first fucking place. One thing that I've learned about this world is that freedom is actually earned. Like, you're not really given freedom. You kind of have to earn it yourself. And after earning it, then you unlock new experiences, because now you're free in ways that you weren't free before, you see. So even if this matrix itself is not giving us new experiences, there are experiences that we can have by getting outside of our comfort zone, you see. Yes, they don't want to tell us shit about aliens. Maybe they're just preparing us. They want to see how we would react. But I feel like things have been the same for too long, that even when they tell us that where the aliens are, even if they show us where the aliens are, we're not really going to react. It'll be like, we're so damn comfortable knowing the world to be what it is, that we're no longer used to change. That's the problem. Like a person who's not used to changing, or who's not used to changes, they become so comfortable in what they know, and that's it. Like if a person never changed their whole life, if they've never been like found themselves in a situation where they can change, like they've just been the same their whole life, it gets to a point where they'll just be like that their whole life. But if you are used to changes, it's like me, I don't like living in one place, right? So if I live in this place and then live in another place, live in another place, live in another place, I get used to that. It feels normal. But if you live in one place, living in another place, that's gonna be hard. You get it, right? That's gonna be hard. Like, you know, it will be hard for you to be like, okay, let me go and live in another place. And I think that's the problem with a lot of people, is that they're so comfortable in how things are. Like they're so comfortable with how things are that whenever they see that there's gonna be change, there's gonna be some resistance to that. Like, nah, I don't want change. I don't care how bad things are, I don't want change. And that happens on a subconscious level. So a person might say they want change, but still don't choose change. Is it? Because most of the time, we know how we should behave or how things should be, but then we are so stuck in what we are used to that we don't change. We literally stay in the way of change. Is it? So maybe we should take responsibility for how we react, what to pay attention to. Maybe we should take responsibility for that. Than to feel totally helpless. Like, no, there's nothing that I can do to free myself. What if there is? And we're not able to free ourselves because we believe that there's nothing that we can do to free ourselves. So like, we are failing to free ourselves only because we don't believe we can. Not really because we can't. Another great example that I can give you is from the movie, I forgot the name of the movie, but I think there's many movies like this movie. where maybe earth gets so messed up that people can't even breathe when they're outside, so they live inside, like maybe they live inside a bunker, underground, whatever, and they stay there for too damn long. While it's actually possible for them to like breathe fresh air, because now there's fresh air, but they don't know that because they still feel like they can't go outside because of what they know. Well, the truth is that what they know is no longer the case. So they live in a prison that they themselves have created for themselves. Like, it's easy actually for them to free themselves from that prison, but they live in the prison that they, in the prison of their own mind, actually. Back in 2015-16, I used to like come not to this station, but the station is very similar to this. To catch a train and go to work. Find that every coach is full. You just have to stand the whole time. That would like really suck, and you're hungry. Being broke sucks, man. Maybe you can escape the matrix. Maybe the real problem is that you don't believe you can. Or you don't know that you're in a matrix. You just can feel that something is wrong. But you're like, things are gonna be alright. Like, you can't believe that things can really be that wrong, so you don't you don't admit to yourself that things are that wrong. Right? You see weird things happening, but you're like, it's just life, you know. Everything is happening for a good reason. Like, no, it's not. It's up to you to decide whether you truly accept this to be reality or not. It's totally up to you. If you say, okay, it's okay, it's just life, I'm learning and all that, then I guess that's what's going to be true for you. It's not really what's going to be true, but it's what's going to be true for you, because you are the one who accepted that as truth. You're like, it's okay that I have to work a shitty job to survive. You don't say, no, that's BS. It's okay that I'm not free to speak my mind. You don't feel like, that's BS. I must be able to speak my mind. It's okay that I live in fear. You don't ever go like, wait, why do I gotta live in fear? Why don't I sometimes do things that even I thought I couldn't do, but that I wanted to do? What if I did do these things? What would happen? And wouldn't that be victory? No matter how things turn out, like no matter how things like at least I did what I actually wanted to do, and maybe things might not have went the way that I thought they will go, because the matrix itself is trying to discourage me, you see. So You get out of your comfort zone, and then something bad happens, and you're like, ah, shit, I should remain in my comfort zone. Like, no, you can't be in your comfort zone because there's a prison that the Matrix is created for you. So expect challenges when you get out of your comfort zone, right? You cannot expect things to be easy if you get out of comfort, because you're not even supposed to. So of course the Matrix is going to fight back. I mean, why wouldn't it fight back? It will fight back until you win, until you've successfully gotten out of your comfort zone, and it knows that it can't trap you in ways that it has trapped you before. So it's gonna start looking for new ways to trap you. But now you've gotten out of some of your comfort zones. When you really think about it, and sometimes it doesn't really seem that way. Oh, there's a train. You really can do anything that you want in this world. I don't mean things that are like really impossible, but I mean what you want to do that you're afraid to do. Like, this reality is for you in a way, because you're the one who's experiencing it from your perspective. So look at it that way. It's like if you were playing a video game, it's you who's playing that video game. So it's you who's going to decide that, okay, this is what I'm not going to do in this video game, and this is what I'm going to do in this video game. You see? So it's totally up to you. It's up to you to define reality for yourself, right? It's not up to God. If you want to believe in some God, it's not up to, even if God existed, you don't have to believe in God. Who said you must believe in God? It makes more sense to believe in yourself, or to look at yourself as God. And the reason why is because you don't know anyone who's above you, right? So from your direct experience, you're God. You see? That's why I was telling you about solipsism, and a lot of people say, no, it doesn't. Not a lot of people. I think most of y'all understand solipsism. But yeah, from your direct experience, you're God. So it's up to you to define what reality is, what is true, than to give your power to other people that you don't really know. Imagine if you were playing a video game and there were NPCs in that video game, and you listen to these NPCs, and these NPCs were only there to let me put it this way, like the NPCs were only there to distract you, and you're listening to them. And some of these NPCs were very successful in that video game, but they're trying to deceive you because that's what they were programmed to do. So you're listening to them instead of defining reality for yourself. What is it? What is reality? What is going on here? What makes sense? What should I be doing? Maybe that's how you free yourself from the Matrix. No, maybe that's how you take reality for a ride. Ever woken up from a dream where you were a coward and you were mad at yourself because you were a coward in that dream? Like, fuck. It was just a dream. I should have done things the way that I really wanted to do things. So it was just a dream. Don't you feel like one day you're gonna wake up from this and you be ashamed of yourself? Like, why didn't I speak my mind? Why did I live a lie? Why was I lying to myself, or was I lying to other people? Oh, that's because I was afraid. It's not because that's just who I was. This is a matrix, guys. I remember someone said, no, it's not a matrix. How do you know it's a matrix? Obviously. It should be obvious to everyone by now. It isn't what it seems. You see, a matrix is it's a false reality. That's not really how it seems. And you have been in false realities before that you've woken up from. And we also do know that things are not what they seem in this reality. Like you can look at the clouds and you think there's something solid, but nah. Like things seem to be a certain way, but they're not. So that's a matrix. Things seem to be the way that they are so that you will do, what the matrix wants you to do. I'm going to hit the gym today. I gotta work out like crazy because I haven't been to the gym in the last 3 days. So today I gotta go as hard as possible, push myself to the limit. Besides, I do think it's good to rest sometimes. Like when you work out, it's good that you rest, allow your body to repair itself. If you work out every day, you're gonna become weak because you're not giving your body enough chance to repair itself. Ole. Sure. How do you guys feel about Kendrick's new album? So I think it's one of the dopest albums that I've ever had, like period. I hope I didn't leave my card at home. Yeah? All right. So I always start on a treadmill and then start lifting weights. No, thank you guys.